Hello. It's about this time of the year that we begin to wish each other a wonderful festive season, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. For me, I say that it has all been God throughout. God has been good throughout the year, and we cannot fail to remember the fact that He has taken us through the entire 12 months well by His grace. And so, as we reflect upon how the year has been, we are grateful to God that we are still alive today, that everything is still moving on well. And we are grateful to God for this far He has brought us. So there are just two elements of what we are talking about today. One is the element of thanksgiving. Thanksgiving to God, first of all, for being God. Even if we had no reason, we would still thank Him because He has been God. And that alone is enough to touch the heart of God, just to come into His presence and appreciate Him for the things He has done for us, and for the breath that He has given us, the life that He has given us. The other, after thanking God, then we thank fellow human beings, fellow people with whom we have moved this journey of life, this whole entire year, 12 months. Of course, you can appreciate yourself as an individual, but also appreciate people who have been very close to you, especially family, your parents, your children, your siblings, your relatives, your friends, your workmates. We just have to remember and thank them as well for living this life with you. And living, I mean Living. So we thank God for who He is, but we also thank people for who they are, for who they have been, and for who they will be to us even after this season. Then the other element after Thanksgiving is about reflections. Reflections on how the year has been, reflections on how the year is, and reflections on what next. What next for each of us. We are beginning another year very soon, 2023. We just need to reflect on how 2022 has been as individuals, but also as families, as organizations, as people, just to understand where did we go right, where did we go wrong, how did we manage our affairs the entire year. And that helps us then to focus on how better we can live in the next year. And so those reflections help us. I think the bigger part is reflecting on what next. What are our plans for the next year? What are we thinking about? What are we getting to do in the future, in the nearest future? There could have been mistakes that we made in this year, in these 12 months, and some of them were really very terrible mistakes. There are decisions that we could have taken this year, very terrible decisions, but there could also have been positive ends. We took the risks and they worked out. So those are all elements that we need to reflect upon in our reflections and plan better for next year. Ultimately, we have to pray for ourselves, pray for the people we live with and the people we might even meet. people we don't even know. Let's pray for them. Let's thank God for the people who have ministered to us, the people who have been there for us when we needed them. Our leaders, our spouses, our children, everybody who has been there for us. We really need to thank them and thank God for them as we reflect upon what we did with them, how much we achieved with them, even how much we failed to do with them, so that it informs our next journey and our next form of relationship with them. And for me, really, what might be a concluding statement is that at the end of the day, we are getting into the festivities, we are getting into the celebrations, but there's more to that. I mean, what matters ultimately is that we are all human, we are all created, we are all born free and equal in dignity and in rights. So I wouldn't love to hear that some people think they are greater than others. And as this year ends, let's remember that each of us counts, each of us matters. Each of us has their own rights, their own lives to live. And once we understand that, then life becomes easier and better. So there are things that you have really desired for or after, and you did not achieve. There are disappointments that came your way in the course of the year. My prayer is that you will not dwell on those disappointments. Rather, pick out those good elements. What was good, I'll put that aside. What was good, I'll put that aside and keep it. What was bad, I will trash it. What was bad, I will trash it. What didn't work well, trash it. It taught me, yes, but I'm not going with it into the new year. There are people who hurt us really bad. We can put them aside, not trashing them, but learn from them and how you related with them, then inform your future relationships with them and any other people you're likely to meet. So that's my simple message for us as we really get into the Christmas festivities and also reflect upon the new year 2023. As usual, I wish you the very best, and I pray for you that God will bless you, God will protect you, that God will watch over you and your loved ones. As for me and my house, we will choose to serve the Lord again and again, even in the coming year, and we shall be there together. God bless you. God keep you safe.